Good morning, Super Secret Bricks here for a retrospective of all the Life on Mars sets, and today we're having a look at a brilliant set, so stay tuned. This is the set 7317 Aero Tube Hanger, released in 2001. It has 682 parts and 5 characters. I mean, look at the size of it. It's a behemoth. Okay, speaking of characters, we have 5 Life on Mars Martians. So we have Regal, Cassiopeia, Arcturus, Misa, and Vega. And so, as always, all these names come from stars or astronomical bodies, and yeah, they're all exclusive to this set, except for Vega, which we can find in the excavation searcher, the previous video that we did. So as you can see, the Life on Mars Martians all have a battle droid, a Lego Star Wars battle droid torso and arms, the ones that were introduced back in 1999, that are still in production today. Except our Life on Mars Figs have a turquoise skin color. The only 2 exceptions of the whole theme are in this set. So we have green here, and then medium green, right? The battle droid torso, this color is exclusive to this character, this color is exclusive to this character, and yeah, so orange, sun purple, purple is exclusive to this character, black is a common color, and red is actually something that has been used in 2021 in the Marvel Eternals sets and in one Monkey Kid set. But enough about the characters. Now let's have a look at some of the builds. So these right here are hyper sleds. So we've got 2 in blacks and 1 in glow in the dark color. And this part is exclusive to this set. And yeah, so it's supposed to be a mean of transportation. If you have a close look, you will realize that we have the shape of the Martian Figs just molded in the part, right? It's an exact match, and that's because you're supposed to slide the little guy in there, and it fits all right, but it's not secured. Okay, so if you just flip it like this, it's going to fall. It would have been much better to have a stud and then clip it to an anti-stud, but okay. And yeah, I want to postpone the demonstration of the whole Aero Tube Hanger with the pump and the pipes to the end of the video. So yeah, keep watching until the end to see that, because right now we're going to focus on the small builds. So the first build we're going to have a look at is a little Mech, which is quite brilliant. It's a small size. It's in sand green, which is a color that was introduced in the Life on Mars film, and that is still in production today. And so this small Mech has a hip connection that is the classic one that you pin at the bottom like this, so it can rotate freely. It has finger locking hinges right here at the back. Over here, this acts as a knee, and at the ankle right there, and it gives for a surprising, quite a surprising articulation point. Like in terms of posability, it's surprising. It's a bit hard to pose though, because the main connection point is at the back, so far at the back, that when you spread the legs like this, it's like the center of gravity is all over the place. So it's a bit hard to do like standing up poses and stuff like that without anything to just fall down. But you can do simple poses like that, Of course, the arms are also articulated, and surprisingly, for such short arms, there's a lot of articulation points. So we can move them like this, sideways, and then up. There's even some at the wrist. So here we have a hook to pick up stuff, and here we have, we don't have a wrist lock finger hinge, but we have just a bar connection, and we have some sort of laser or light or blaster. It's up to you to interpret what it is. And finally, right there, we have the pilot seat. So we have 4 studs, but Martian Figs don't actually have anti-stud at the butt, right? So they just, you slide them and they don't, and they just keep falling. So either you have them standing, oh dear, you have them standing here like this, or you have them clipped at the handles, at the handle right there, up like that, and that's it, that's secured. Just say oh dear, because yeah. So this Figa character, I've broken the hand clip in the previous review. I've reused the character here, and now I've just realized that, oh, this character too is breaking on me. Look, can you see the crack? Yeah, it's not holding anymore, so it's gonna break during the review. I'm just going to undo, up, and clip it back. I'm gonna have to order a replacement, and that's gonna be very expensive, I suspect. Anyway, let's have a look at the other build. So this small station here is actually built 3 times. Here, there, and over there. And there are terminus station, so that's where your little pods or hyper sled go in. This one is directly on the ground, but you can connect it to the excavation searcher. We're gonna have a look at that in the collection video that is coming next. So click the subscribe button to get notified when that comes out. But here we're only going to focus on this set, okay? The other stations that are here, we have the red one, sand red and red one. So sand red is a color that was introduced in for the Life on Mars theme. It was used a bit after that, but then it got, well, it got retired. And here we have the blue and sand blue one. So sand blue again, color introduced for the Life on Mars theme, but it's still in use today. Right. Sun purple right there, introduced for the Life on Mars theme, but got retired. And this little station have a really weird part right there at the back, you can see it. And this part in sand purple, well, it's only been used once outside of the Life of Mars theme. And it was in the Star Wars set 7201 Final Duel 2 from 2002. And then after that it got retired. So this red station is supposed to be where the Recon Mech RP set is supposed to dock, and this one is supposed to be where the Planetary Protector Mech is supposed to dock. So again, we'll see these in the collection video, where we're going to have a look at all the Life on Mars sets put together and combined and interacting with each other. But here we're only going to focus on this set. So let's step back. We got these tubes that have only been used twice. So this color is exclusive to this set, and then there's a sort of orange color that was used in the Mars mission sets. So this one goes back to this little module that connects 2 tubes, and yeah, also this part is exclusive to this compatible type set. And it goes all the back here to the main station, right? So the main station is here, and what we do is here in the middle station, you can put your hyper sled here. That's the station. You got a handle right there, and that is going to rotate a little mechanism there. That is going to move this tube and connect it to this one or the middle one. So that's when you get a move on. And so basically you pump this hypersled back in that tube, and then you select your destination, and then you can pump it out through this tube back there. Alternatively, you can pump it out on the other end, right there. It goes there, and this one also has an exchanger again, so you can lock it in place like this, and this is going to be to go to the Recon Mech, or you can switch it there, and then it's going to be connected to the planetary protector Mech. We're going to have a look at this after that. We're going to finish the main station, I guess. So here we can also lock again the mechanism using that. That's because when you want to pump out the hypersled or in using the system, it needs to be aligned. The tube needs to be aligned in the middle, right? So you can use that as a stopper up, and this one too, and then you know that here it's going to be well centered like that. Okay. Behind this we have a little workstation where we have a little boulder, which could be a meteorite. So this can be picked up by a boom like this one, up, right above there. So there's some rotation action going on, plus a little bit of articulation, but not too much, right? Just enough to pick it up and put it down. And as always, with these hooks, it's really hard to get a grip on something, so it's kind of precarious. Oh, and it looks like mine has a slight connection problem, but that might be just my copy. So yeah, the boulder is a meteorite, transparent one, and inside we have a space pumpkin with the trans blue cylinder in there. We already had a look at these types of boulders with these types of space pumpkin in the previous review, so go check them out if you want to learn more. And yeah, here we have a workstation with a lot of transneon green machinery, and I think it's only fair to use transneon green on a transneon orange boulder, I suppose. Yeah, and then you got a little platform here with a bridge right there, and actually this bridge can be disconnected, right? It can also be disconnected from this platform, and that's important to know because when you want to move this set, like look at the size of it, like how huge it is. Yeah, when you want to move it, you want to disconnect as many parts as you can. So you can disconnect these parts, and that's okay. And this one disconnects too. This is a little end platform, workstation with computer tile right there. 1x2 tile with machinery print. This is exclusive to this set, this print, this pattern. This pattern for the computer is exclusive to this theme. It also comes in the excavation searcher. And there's another computer this side. Here we got some more machinery pattern at the top, and this comes from the Recon Mech RP. Now there's something extraordinary going on here, is that to connect this kind of radar dish, which I have no idea what is the purpose of that, apart from looking bits of like the pump, like to maybe it's, you know, maybe this is to, and this is to make the pump look not out of places. But what I wanted to point out is here we have an axle that is white, and it's quite a rare color for axle. It only comes in a couple of sets, and so right across the board we have another bridge, same build, and then a platform, quite similar build, almost the same. It's just that at one end we have one of those space tool with a rocket part at the top, a plate with a clip and transneon orange dish, We got a wrench and communication tools here, even a chainsaw here. Forgot to mention here, we have this feature run space handle thing. Right at the top here, we have a print that was first introduced in the Millennium Falcon set from the Lego Star Wars in 2000. Yeah. And finally, we have come back to this section. So this has a workstation right there, right? And so you can have a worker over here supervising, but then over there you have a little aircraft. So you can put your fig here. The only issue here is that usually when you want to have a pilot on a craft, a Life on Mars Martian Fig pilot something, you provide the handlebar like this one. It's the case for all the mechs in the previous sets, and here we don't have that. Like for some reason, we have that flag printed with this pattern, and this print is exclusive to this set. And this is cool and all, but how is the Martian supposed to pilot the thing? I suppose what you can do is put the camera on the stand. Sorry, some meta commentary here. What you can do is, on the side we have clips, and we have this kind of tool right there that was clipped like this, and it's supposed to be like that. And I suppose you can just turn it like so, and then clip the hand of your fig on it. So maybe that's the case. It's just a bit weird because it's not stated anywhere. Like this is the only vehicle that doesn't have this kind of handle, right? And that's using this system, and it's not said anywhere on the instructions. In fact, on the instructions you don't see anyone piloting this. So yeah, a bit strange. In any case, this spaceship can take off like so, and it's quite swooshable. We've got some engines right there, and the pilot over there, and that's it. So you can see that it can slide here. This part is made of an axle with a stud at the end, and right here we have a Technic pin. So you just push it this way, and then here we have again a Technic pin, and you just slide it in here. So the connection is not clutched, but it holds okay. And I think that's it for the video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Just kidding. We're going to have a look now at the most interesting part of that set. That is the pump system. So, okay. Have you ever wondered if that system was like working at all? Like, does it work? Is it great? We're gonna find out. So we're going to get a little guy here. Up, put them there securely. So the tube is currently connected to the middle section, right? And now we're going to pump and see what happens. Nothing happens. So the pump has two modes, push out and suck in, blow out and suck in. And to change the mode, you have to rotate it. So I'm guessing I was on the blow out mode, and now we're going to check again. 10 minutes later. Okay, so you have to be quite energetic when you do that. Like, ready? And you see, it's gone all the way here. We can see by transparency that it's there. So then you rotate again. And before you push, you have to select a destination. So let's say we're going to get them to this terminal right there. Works for me. Plus, I don't want to have to deal with that intersection right now. We'll do later. We'll do later. Okay, so we open this. We can now select our destination, and now we are going to push quite energetically. Okay, I don't want to do a wide shot. I want to try to follow the fig as it goes along. Wow, it was stuck for a while, and then wow! It's funny because it looks like the further away we are from the pump, the easier it gets to push it out. Okay, let's try again, but this time we're going to suck him out and then blow it back in one of these stations. Okay. Okay. So first, of course, we're going to rotate up the pump and. Woo! Wow! It went all the way. Ah, there it is. I thought I was going to need to push it a bit, but yeah, you have to be like quite frantic with your pumping. Okay, so now we're going to change the destination. It's quite fun. So I don't know if that would be fun like in 10 years or so, but okay. So we're going to lock this one, then up over here. And we're going to go to the blue destination. Okay, so remember our little guy is right there. Going to push. It's really hard to push out of here, and then if it's the same as here, it's gonna go quite quickly. So I'm gonna try to do wide shots and try to keep an eye for like a dark mass passing through the tube. Woo! It's stuck. 5 minutes later. Okay, so I just had to wiggle a bit. I didn't actually push, I just wiggled a bit. Wow, it's funny because it's quite hard. Oh, I know why. Come on! Ah, it's quite hard. Almost stuck there. I think I understand why it was so easy for the guy to come down. It's because of the slope, right? It was just sliding down, that's it. I don't know how it was able to go back up the slope, that's for sure. And that, hang on, it's going down there. So it should be easy to suck it out. Suck it in, and then blow it out. Was a bit hard. And I was stuck there. Okay, never mind. Let's try it. Okay. So yeah, just want to make sure that the pump is well connected. Yeah. So it's fun, but I suppose in terms of maintenance, as soon as you move it, it's gonna stop function. Ah, there we go. There we go. Okay, so maybe we were disconnected here a bit. I don't know. Okay, one last time. We're going to suck him back in the station, and we're gonna call it a day. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to rotate again, and come home. 10 hours later. Okay, so I just realized, so I couldn't resist but wriggle a bit here, and I realized it's actually like it doesn't go smoothly, like it's there's some resistance here, so I suppose that's what was preventing the hyper sled to go in. But yeah, let's try again now. Oh yeah, wow, it was quite easy. Wow, you see that? Oh, so that was it. It was disconnected at some point, so that's why it was really hard to suck in and push out. And then here we have some issue, connection issue, so that's why it was really hard to go. But other than that, wow, it works great. Much better than I expected. Okay, but all good things have an end, so we're going to push back here. And we need to stop the sucking mode and start the blowing mode. There we go! Okay, so in my opinion, okay, I have to call it a brilliant set. Like, the gimmick is a gimmick, right? And you have to kind of work your way to get it to work. But once you do, it's quite fun. Pretty sure the fun dims down a bit as time goes on, but so far it was quite fun. It was really quite fun. The size of it is so impressive. Like for 700-ish parts, wow, it takes a lot of space. And granted, it's mainly due to the tubes. But before I put in the tubes, there was so much stuff lying around here. Yeah, so it's not just the tube that makes it big. I think the use of these parts help, but come on, it's still quite enormous. As you can see, it's also quite open, right? There's no walls, no anything, but still, I think it has a presence. Certainly does. There's a lot of playability. So we have the continuation of the story with the boon here, some heavy mining setting. I really like mining scenarios, so yeah, it's great. Some tools here, but to be honest, I think this station and this station are going to be completely forgotten. So it's good. It's good that we can remove them. It's good that they're here, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I would forget about them because I just want to play with that. And yeah, the stations are great. Like the fact that you can connect them to other sets from the line is brilliant. And here, the fact that one of the station is actually in another set, but still, even without the station, you can use it as a pedestrian station. It's also brilliant. Yeah, it was a genius move. The spaceship here is great. A bit weird. Like if you set up a design, a way of your figs to pilot something, then stick to it. Like don't introduce something new just in one random set. Okay, it was a bit disappointing. And yeah, there are some stuff that are breaking down here and there. So it's a bit flimsy, but you have to remember that a lot of the sets from that time were quite flimsy. So it's not too bad. One of not my favorite parts, but one of the parts I really like is this mech. So it's nothing compared to the other ones in terms of scale. It's quite small. Still, it has a good amount of articulation, way more than what you would find in today's little mechs. It was a bit experimental, okay. So the fact that it's at the back is great because it adds more movement, but yeah, it's not very usable. So good effort. The Martian Figs are great. I'm afraid they're going to break. Like since I've had 2 hands break on me, I'm now worried that all the Martian sets are going to break, which is weird because so I did have as a kid I did have the Recon Mech, and yeah, I used the fig a lot, and would clip a lightsaber in their hands and call them Yoda and play a lot with them, and never had a breakage on me. So maybe it's the passing on of time rather than enduring playability that broke them. I'm not sure. Anyway, what do you think about this set? Have you ever had it? Have it as a child? And if not, do you have it now? Have you had it at any point in time? Do you want to get it? Let me know in the comments. That's it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you did. I post new content every Wednesdays and sometimes on Saturdays. So click the subscribe button if you want to get notified when the collection video comes out and all the next videos that I'm going to make. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.